Alright, we're going to be looking at a Jinx ADC game this game. This is a silver game, so I picked this game because I felt like we were pretty ahead to lose. And so I want to see why. Maybe we can clean up some stuff. 3 items at, I think 24 minutes is pretty big. So I want to see what we can do to kind of clean that up. You know, I noticed you've been playing a lot of champs recently, but I only see that your ADCs, you play a lot of the ADCs, so I was just gonna only do ADC just because based off your history, based off what you've been playing, is ADC. Even though there's been a couple of games where it's just some other stuff. All right, so what we have a Leona support, they have Jinx, and they have Lux. So what we want to do is we want to ask ourselves two to three questions here. So the first question is, what does Jinx want to do? Well, Jinx wants to farm, right? That's just what she wants to do. She wants to farm and get items. If she manages to get kills, cool. That's good. That's nice, but cool. What does Jhin want to do? Typically, Jhin wants to just try to bully out a lane so that you can't get those things. And then, of course, what do we want to do to prevent Jhin from bullying us like this? We could kind of do two things. The thing is, like, it's pretty counterproductive to perma push because Leona can't really do anything. So it's really on you what you want to do. If you trust your support, you can keep it back here and just have her go in and try to get kills. Or you can just prevent that from happening and just perma push, especially because she has Targons. What you want to do so that Lux can't help push with Jhin is stand to the side. That way Lux has to choose, you know, to hit you over here. That way she's not hitting the minions helping push, which means it'll be a 2 versus 1 push this way. So you guys should have them permanently under tower. You can choose to do either one. If I were you, I would just choose the perma push because I wouldn't trust my support. But that could be your duo or something like that. So it's perfectly fine to play how you want to play. What we want to do when we're playing with a engaged support like this is we want to really only go in when they go in. And we do not want to have them go in. They use everything and they walk out. And as they're walking out, you try to do something. You want to already be doing something. If it's too late, then you don't want to participate in it and you just keep farming. So let's just kind of see how this game goes. That's interesting. That guy's real. Okay. Okay. So we opted to push. That's fine. Judging by how you're pushing it, I don't think it was on purpose. You're not really pushing it with the urgence of shoving. You're just kind of randomly pushing it. So you want to definitely choose, am I pushing it or am I freezing it back there or in the middle, whatever your goal is here. If so, commit to it, whatever it is. So how do I know you're not really committing to the push? Because you're not permanently attacking the wave. When you want to push a wave, you need to auto attack off cooldown. You need to make sure that I am always auto attacking no matter what to try to help shove the wave so that they are under tower the entire time. Okay, so we're freezing it back here. And then we start pushing it again. See what I mean? So you're kind of all over the place. You gotta have to choose so that you can play the lane consistently and not have to adapt to everything that's happening, kind of being random over and over and over. That way you have like a solid footing, solid foundation, and you're not forced to adapt to every single little thing that happens. That way your support also knows what you're trying to do. Or they don't have to adapt either. Okay, easy kill, let's clap. Good job. Yep, shove it. Nice. So exactly what you were doing just there, you need to do that when you're laning. Look at what you're doing. Autoing off cooldown. That's the exact same thing you want to be doing if you want to keep them under tower. Exact same thing. That's a bit of an overstay. Yeah, I was gonna say. Rule of thumb, just take 1 plate. That's it. Because the thing is, you're probably not going to use the gold you got. And it might seem like hella crazy, but check this shit out. Bet. The 9 times out of 10, the player that overstays and then dies like this doesn't even use the gold. So let's say we have 1100, right? Okay, we get 1 tower, or we get 1 plate, we have 12. Another plate, Yeah, 13, right? Cool. 1,300 gold. So we got 80. That should be 80, right? Because my math is off. So if we leave base with 80 or more, we didn't use the gold that we got. Let's see what we do. Let's see. Did we just die for no reason? Dun, 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 dun! Reveal time. We left for 290, or with 290, which means we didn't even use the first plate. It was just a waste. And so that's why you don't overstay, because you end up like that. So I will say overstaying is fine sometimes. I don't have my notebook open, notepad. If you're going to overstay, make sure that you have a reason to. Don't just stay for tower plates. Same thing when you're overstaying for CS. You don't overstay for CS to push. You overstay for CS because you need to make sure you're getting an item. Okay. So as an ADC, you never really want to die. That was mistake number one. And you died to the jungler, I believe. And even not, you gave assists to 2 champions and a kill to 1. And when it's dealing with the jungler, that guy can affect the rest of the map, which means you're essentially hurting your whole entire team doing that. Alright, so we overstayed for the plates. Be a drag. Let's see if we leave base with 80 or more gold. Oh no, we're getting gromps. We definitely are gonna spend that 80. Right? Right? Yep. Nice. Nice. Alright. Free kill. Free kill. That should be a free dive. Okay. Oh, you're wild. Yeah, I was like, you're wild for that. You're definitely wild for that. You're definitely wild for that. At that point in time, it was fine. Like at the point in time, right here, if you guys are gonna go for the dive, it's cool. But after this, we out. We don't stay. We don't stay at all. But I think you could have outplayed this. You didn't really have to flash, but you did anyway. Actually, no, you're gonna get snared. Okay, I see why you flashed. I thought you flashed before. It was too fast to realize what you were doing. But I think we could outplay. I would have just left. Unless you're trying to outplay, I would have left. If we were trying to outplay this though, we would go for Jhin and not Kayn. He's a higher level than he is, and his armor is higher than Jinx. So you're gonna have a harder time taking out Kayn than you would Jhin. If you were having to pop him a couple of times, you'd be good. Also, you have red buff. Use it. Kite him backwards. Your range is longer than his when you're in rocket launcher form, so use that to your advantage. That way you're able to kite him, because eventually he's gonna take enough hits where he's like, oh fuck this shit, I'm leaving, and then you're scot-free because they were too far away. It's okay though, it happens. I would have left initially though, like I said. You were wild for that. I respect it though. I respect it. Okay, so it gets to the point where it's like, okay, this is the point where we can win. What we want to do is 2 things. We can either take this dragon by ourselves, or we can go over here. Kayn's over here, Heimerdinger's over here, but we don't really know where Lux and Jhin are. We have to assume they're probably going to... Oh, he's right there. I didn't even see that. But we have to assume that they're probably going to rotate over here because there's a team fight happening. What is a player more likely to do once they leave base? Go try to help their team that's struggling, or go for the CS. Either way, they ain't going to drag it, right? So it's free. Let's see what we do. You probably do take it. I don't know. Let's see what we do. Okay, we go mid, try to get tower instead. And we don't get tower. Don't do anything. And we die. So doing stuff like that is just tossing your lead out the window. We died one time because we overstayed. The other time we died is because we dove and we overstayed. The other time we died, we didn't really do anything. We were just kind of walking around, and that was avoidable, right? 3 deaths so far, each one avoidable. Each one avoidable. If we didn't die 3 times, we could be a higher level than everybody in this game, especially because you're farming pretty decently, I think, right? Yeah, you're farming pretty decently. You'd be a higher level. You would have more farm too at that. So now you're not here for this fight. Your team ends because you're dead, and you pretty much have almost all the gold. I guess Chase does too. Well, I guess Diana has some gold too. Let me see. Who has all the gold? We can just rectify this right now. So yeah, you have 8,000. Yeah, you almost have all the gold. Jace does too. So that means every single fight that we have, you have to try to make sure that Jace is there. Okay. And they might be like, well, how am I supposed to carry a situation like this? Let's go back. How did this all start? Back a little bit further. A little bit further. A little bit further. Started with you. If you had taken that dragon earlier and would have got away, your team would have never died right here. And if your team wouldn't have died right here, they wouldn't have got gold. And if they wouldn't have got those shutdown gold, they wouldn't be as big as they are right now. You have to keep in mind, League of Legends is a huge domino effect. What you do dictates what happens for the rest of the game. I always like explain it like a tall tale game. I don't know if you play like The Walking Dead or what's that other fucking one? The Beast Among Us, I think, or some shit like that. Those games where the story that it kind of unravels what you choose to do. Kind of the same thing here. League does the same exact thing. How you play affects how the game's going to turn out. Most of the time. Most of the time. Not all the time. Sometimes it's bullshit, but most of the time it should. Okay? Instead of waiting for him to come out, kill everybody else. When you're dealing with people that are in zonias, when you're dealing with people that are off the map, like Kane, things like that, kill the other people. Don't just sit back. You have all the gold. You need to be doing damage while these guys are doing whatever the hell they're doing up there. So you wait to get him when he comes out. Teemo gets a kill. He gets two kills. You're able to clean that up though. Good job. But they could have been alive right now if we weren't just standing there. We could deal with Kane once he comes out. So we need to have better target priority. Try to improve your target prio. If you can kill someone in a couple of hits, go for it. Now, I'm not saying dive, but in that situation, you walk up, smack them once or twice, they would have died easily. And then you would move on to Kane, then you move on to Lux. Easy clap. All right, what we're not doing now is controlling our team. We need to make sure that we're micromanaging our team. We need to make sure that we're pinging them, telling them what to do. So if you want to play for Baron, it's kind of impossible because Diana's down here. We already just lost a player, so we need to be pinging our team back, leave. We can't do anything, Diana's bot. Instead, you should be pinging Dragon, just like Rammus is right there. So because we're not really micromanaging the team, they do something stupid, which leads to you dying, and it just kind of sucks. Should be able to clean this, no? When you spawn, what happens? Do you not get the spawn? Oh, you won't get the spawn. So this game was hard because we basically did the game ourselves. If we go back to when your first death was, we overstayed for a plate. We gave gold to a thing that can affect the entire map. Mistake number 1. Mistake number 2, we overstayed, gave more gold to the thing that can affect the map. He didn't get the kill, but he got the assist. And then, of course, those two guys are now over the map as well. That's three champions. Then that basically means you're delaying your gold, you're delaying your experience. Then of course a play where we could have had an objective for free, we didn't choose. We decided to stay here, then overstay here, get caught and died. And the 4th death, we just happened to end up dying here because your teammates just fucked you over. I'd rather have my teammates fuck me over once than die 3 times because it's my fault. So really get in the hang of that. Make sure you're always aware of what your team is doing. And if the fight is bad, you don't take it. Very important. Make sure you're always aware. Always aware. Ping your team to do things or to back or whatever. Do not try to type. That just doesn't work. Ping them back, ping them what to do. As an AD carry, you have to do your best to dictate the game. I mean, this goes for all roles, but you have to do your best to not die in dumb fights. The more you dictate, the less dumb fights. Unless you're dictating dumb fights, then in which case, that's a personal problem. You know what I mean? But for the most part, right? You should be making plays that are not going to end up in bad fights. If you know it's a bad fight, you don't tell yourself to take it, right? So really, the homework here, I think, is definitely going to be play more for objectives. And then also the next one here is ping your team. You need to make sure that you are micromanaging the hell out of them. You need to tell them, hey, Dragon, it's coming up. Let's fight for Dragon. Hey, Baron, let's fight for Baron. And if you know you win a 5v5, tell your team to do Baron. Just ping Baron. And then the other team either comes and dies or you take the Baron for free. Either way, it's a win-win. So, yeah, hope this helped you. Got any questions, feel free to message me. But for the rest of you guys, thank you guys for approaching this like the coach. If you guys want a free VOD review, feel free to come into my Discord server. Every Saturday, I will open up the free VODs. You do not have a for sure chance to get one, but first come, first serve. So if you do happen to be one of the earlier ones, you will be able to get one more often than not. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.